Scrappy friends. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. My name is Diane Gutierrez. If this is your first time here, I go live on Wednesdays over here on Facebook. And now summer is winding down for me, and I hope it is for you guys too. What I mean is my weather, I think we finally have cracked our heat wave that we have been in for the last week and a half. I don't know, it's been a long time. But yeah, today we finally have more fall weather. It was so cool in the morning. I had my flannel on and everything. It was nice, and it's a little breezy out. So welcome to fall, I guess. We'll see how long it lasts here in California. But anyway, because summer is winding down, I'm going to jump back into coming on every Wednesday, just like we were before, and doing a live. We'll keep the Keeping It Simple series to every 2 weeks, like we were doing during the summer. So every other week, I'll be doing Keeping It Simple using the 101 idea book. I think I have enough in there to go to the end of the year, the ones that I think are on the simpler side. And then we'll see what happens come the new year with that book, and cross fingers that maybe Creative Memories will put out a new idea book, and then we'll see what to do about that. But anyway, today I'm going to do a tool time demonstration. I like doing these. I've done these a couple times before, and I hope that you guys like it too. Let me know by leaving a like or a comment, either one. That way I'll know if you like these, okay? So let me go ahead and change my screen over, and I'll show you the tools I'm going to work on today. Whoops, wrong button. Okay, there we go. So the tools that I have picked out today, hi Sharon, are the most recent fall tools that Creative Memories has put out. And these, I love these. We have the Rustic truck border punch and the Rustic fence. So this one is actually not a brand new one. This is a bring back from last year. It was very popular, and so they reordered some, and now we have it. It's perfect for fall pages. And then this one right here, which is called Gourd Time, and these are little pumpkins. We'll talk more about that. This one was extremely popular and sold out, and they are not going to be bringing that one back. So I'm going to go over each of these and then maybe put together a cute little border, and then maybe even bring in a couple other tools that you might already have in your tool shed. So let's start with the Rustic truck. This one, you can see I've already been playing. This one came out with our Croptoberfest supplies. So this one has been out for a couple weeks now, and it's a very fun. It is a border punch, so it works just like our border punches. But I'm going to show you what I really love about this punch. But first, I want to punch out a border and show you what that looks like. Okay, so it's like all of our other border punches. You're going to line up your edge of your paper to the black line right there on the front of the punch. Push your paper all the way to the back and punch down. And slide it to match up the cutout to the blue on the base of the punch, and discontinue. Oops, I moved it a little bit. Okay, there we go. Whoopsie, there we go. I'm having a little hard time lining that up. Okay, and then here's what it looks like. You can see where let's take my trash this way. I moved it. I'm talking and looking at the screen, and I moved it a little bit, but that's what our border punch looks like. It's a bunch of trucks in a row. I think it's super cute. I am in love with the Rustic truck anyway. It was, part of home decor for a couple years, and I have several things in my house that have this look, so very excited about this punch. And you can see by my little example here, it's a fun punch to decorate however you want. The red truck, in my opinion, came out first. I have a lot of that, and then eventually it turned into blue, and that's what I mostly have in my house, red and blue. And then now we see all colors, green, yellow. And so I did here, what I've done with several other punches here on Workshop Wednesday, is I layered it up. So I first punched the black, and then the unique thing that I just love about this punch, and I think that you will too, is that it can be a standalone punch and you can punch out just one at a time. They've positioned it just perfectly so that we can get one punch out if we just want one truck. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me cut off this little truck at the end here because it's kind of not in line with the rest. Put that up there, and we'll use that one as an example. Okay, so with if you want to punch out just one, I would recommend lining it, turning it over, and taking your paper. I have a bunch of scraps here. I'm ready to go for the day. And so I have this red, or this actually cranberry, and about a 3-inch piece fits perfectly into the punch, and you'll get a full truck. So I'm just going to slide that in till it bumps to the back. I like to turn it over to punch it because then everything can fall out onto the table and doesn't stay in the punch. Okay, and then you can just trim this off. And what I did here is I left the bumper part of the truck on, cut off the back, and then I cut off the wheels. So that will expose the black wheels underneath. And I put it like that. There we go. Super cute. I already have changed the look of this punch. We can also just use them individually as black, as little parts and pieces to our embellishment clusters. And then I would do the same thing to get the brown little fence right here. And also what I like about this is it's adding a little dimension to it. So if I turn it, you probably could see once I put the brown on, it gives it about 3 layers worth of paper. Let's get that in view. Let's see if you can see that. Well, I think you can see that a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and punch one, and we'll see. Let's see if this will fit. Again, I'm going to turn it over so I can see the punch. And you really don't even need the whole truck this time if you didn't want. You could slide your paper over and get just the fence. So let's try that. Put that in my pile over there. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut off the fence, or the little gate that's on the truck. I'm not sure what that's called. Okay, and then cut that out. I love doing this when we can do this with punches, layer it up. It's super cute, and you can change the look to fit whatever you would like. And there we go. And that's how simple it is to just take the punch and create one punch out and then decorate it how you would want. Makes a super cute little embellishment all on its own without having the whole row of punches. So I like that idea. I hope that you do too. So that's our rustic truck. You can see, spoiler alert, how cute that the little pumpkins are going to fit into the back of our truck. Let's go ahead and get this adhered down. So we might want to use it. Get my mat. And also the thing about this is once you punch it out, you can turn the trucks the other way and they really could go whatever direction that your page is going. I like my trucks to be going in, so I would probably turn it upside down. But it's very, very versatile, so whatever you need for your page. There we go. Super cute, super easy. Okay, so that's rustic truck. Let me clean up my little mess here. Let's look at Gourd time. This has been a popular one. It sold out really quickly. I do have a couple of these on my website if you are looking for it, or I know somebody that is. This one is great because when you punch out one punch, you'll get these 4 little pumpkins. You'll get the 3 pumpkins and then the little gourd. And you get all those with one punch. So it's great for little embellishments around your page or clustering them all together. Let's go ahead and look at this. Again, I have some little scraps. This is what I always do when I get new punches. I like to pull out my scraps. I'm going to turn it over and align it inside to make sure all my pumpkins are showing paper. And there we go. One punch gives you the 4 different sizes. Super sweet. There we go. And that's the Gourd Time punch. And now we could use this and do the same technique we did with the truck and start adding some layers to it. Let's do another. No, we'll use this one. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I have seen how we can. People have been turning the stem brown with a little bit of a brown marker, and I actually meant to bring mine in and totally forgot to bring that with me. But just coloring the stem will give it a brown look to it. But we can also do the same thing we just did with the Rustic truck, and that's to do another punch out with cardstock and then layer it up on top like we did with the truck. So let's look at that. Okay, so now we have 4 different ones. And yeah, let's go ahead and use this one. And in this case, I would just cut the stem right off and adhere that onto the one that has the stem left on it. And then there we go. It has the little stem already attached to it. And what I like about that over coloring it is it does give it a little bit more thickness to it. So it has that really nice feel of being a embellishment. Let's do a couple more here. And I'm also going to make a couple more colors because putting it on pattern paper is super cute. It's cute when it comes out. I'm going to turn that over. This one actually, oops, I was right the first time. There we go. Line that up. There we go. This looks cute on solid colors, but it really looks great on pattern paper as well. So let's do a couple more. Whoops, not the truck. We did the truck. The pumpkin. Do it on some of this green paper. And what else do I have here? I have another green. This one I am gonna have to turn it upside down. Punch, whoops. Punch it out. Let's do one more on some orange. Okay, I'm just gonna make a few so I have them handy for different layouts, and then also I do want to create a little border with you today, putting all of these together. So let's do some more of our pumpkins here. We'll take off the little stem, adhere it. Whoops. And there we go. And we're just going to put these aside for now, and we'll come back to them when we get ready to do our border. Okay. Whoops, let's turn those over so we can see them. There we go. So we have our Rustic truck, the Gourd Time punch, and now let's look at Rustic fence. Like I said, this one is a bring back, so you might already have this from I think it was last year. Yeah, last year. And let's go ahead and bring in our paper tray and our punch holder. You do need these to punch out this fence. This one you could do little segments as a handheld, but you were just going to get one little segment. But great for adding texture to your page. Okay, let's go ahead and punch out one row of these, of this fence. Again, this is Rustic fence. Okay. This is an edge punch, so it does stay attached to the edge of your paper until you trim it off. And that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see here. I think I'll do, I don't need a whole lot, but I'll go up to 1 1/4. Okay, and there we go. A little bit of overhang there. Super cute. This fence is my favorite one of all our fences because I think I like how it's very rustic looking. So it has some that are not pointy at the top. They've been broken off, so it looks like it's been around for a while. Great for fall pages, pumpkin patch, farm, excuse me, farm pages, but also with Halloween coming up, I like this one for Halloween pages because it kind of gives almost a spooky feeling to your page already just because of the rustic look to it. So keep that one in mind for Halloween. We might be seeing this one come back around then. So there's our 3 punches that I wanted to talk about, or the 3 tools. Obviously that's a border making cartridge, and I want to make a quick little border with you. So I'm going to start with my rustic fence here because that's going to be my border piece, the big piece that's going to go onto the page. And then I'm going to bring in another tool, and you may have seen me do this before because I love these 2 tools together. And that's going to be the Wildflowers border punch. Again, you might have this in your stash. This is no longer available by Creative Memories. You can check my website. I think I have one of those if you really are looking for this. But Wildflowers put together with Rustic Fence, it can give you a lot of different options. So I'm going to go ahead and punch out 1 row of Wildflowers. This could also be done with the grass. I think it's a border making cartridge as well. But I just like the little flowers. Now, when I've done wildflowers before, you can also decorate them like we did with the truck and the pumpkins, where you can punch out different colors and then paper piece them together to give you different colors coming out behind. But for what I want today, solid green is going to be perfect. Okay. So again, this is an edge punch, and I'm gonna trim off, let's see, we did 1 1/4. I'm gonna do like 1 1/2. I can always trim it down if I need to. But when you have a design that you like, and I say just keep repeating it, get those tools used and create the same thing but for a different look and a different page and a different theme probably. So I like to tuck it behind so it looks like the flowers are coming up behind the fence, and I think that's why I think grass would work well with this too. I'm just going to trim off this piece right here. I don't care for that. Okay, and then I gave this 1 1/2 inches, so it's perfect fit for my fence. I don't want the wildflowers to be my main focus here. I want the fence to still be popping through. Okay, and then I would probably take my little truck and put it down here so it looks like it's driving away, maybe in front of it. You can even draw a little road. I think we had some road stickers that would look cute there. I just thought of that. And then I would bring in some of my pumpkins and create a little bit of a pumpkin patch theme, little scene down here. Now I would probably even use 2 different colors of brown. I did use the same color here, but that's okay for my example. And I would do this right on my page. I probably wouldn't try and build it off, but you could, definitely could. And I would probably do, let's see, probably about 5 pumpkins. I'm trying to vary the sizes. I do prefer the little bit bigger ones for this. So let's see, that's 4. Let's give it a little bit of a gourd too. There we go. So that's 5. I would like to stick with the odd numbers. I don't want to put too many. I feel like with this pumpkin punch, once you put too many piled up, then you kind of are losing the effect of the pumpkins, and it looks just like a pile of little pieces of paper sitting there. So I like to do a little bit less. So I have 5 there. I thought 3 when I first was playing. I thought 3 looked a little too skimpy, but 5 to me looks great. Okay, then I want to bring in another very popular punch, and I don't think this one is available either anymore, but this is the trail sign punch. I love this punch. I use it quite often. I've used it for hiking photos and even weddings when you want to say like reception and ceremony. It's very cute. Let's see, is this going to be big enough? Oh, let me get a bigger piece. Lots of uses for this punch. Okay, I'm just going to punch out one. And with this punch, it gives you just enough over here. I like to take that piece too. I feel like the bottom is a little short, and I usually want it to kind of come out of my cluster a bit. So I cut this piece off and I just attach it there to give me a longer signpost. And this time, I've used this on beach photos too. I'm gonna cut off the arrows. And because I'm going to bring in my pen. I have this old Creative Memories silver pen that still works great. I love this pen. I'll be really sad when it runs out. And I'm going to write pumpkin patch. Whoops. Pumpkin patch. And that's why I cut off the arrows, because I didn't want it to look like my pumpkin patch was all scattered around. Okay, I am going to at least adhere my fence down so it stops moving around on those wildflowers. It'd be really cute to make those little wildflowers into some sunflowers. Okay, let's put our pumpkins back up the way we had it. I want to represent all the different colors that I punched out. That's the fun part about the punch. You can punch it in any color that fits your theme. And then my little sign, actually I'm going to move my pumpkins over here, and then my little sign will tuck in right like that. And then that is our border. Let me just fix this little guy, is not cooperating. That way, and then that way. Well, you're getting the idea. And then that's my border. It's super simple, bringing in a lot of tools, which I absolutely love. We want to get those tools and remember that we have them, so bring them out and start just playing with your new tools as well. And then one last tool that I thought would be super great is, as a last minute thing, I brought in the oak tree punch. If you have this one, this is great as well. And I don't have really, well, yes I do. Let's use this little scrap and punch out one tree. There it is. And you can always just put it anywhere around, kind of like it looks like a little tree off in the background there. A little oak tree in the back. And if you really want to get super cute with it, let's see if I can cut off some of this. You can back this. Let's go ahead and do it. It is fall, and we could make it into a little apple tree. You want to go apple picking maybe at your pumpkin patch. Oops, let's get that off of there. And I'm just going to trim around it. I'm just putting the red paper behind the actual leaf part of the tree and not the stem. There we go. So now it looks like there's a little apple tree on our little pumpkin adventure. So there we go. Let me scoot that all aside so you can take a look. And we made a super cute border using the 3 new or newest Creative Memories tools for this fall, and a couple older ones as well. So I hope you like that. I hope that you have fun playing with these new tools that came out. They're super fun. Let me come on back and say goodbye. Thanks for joining me today on Workshop Wednesday. I appreciate it, and I appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. It does help to spread my content throughout Facebook, okay, and YouTube, because I will be uploading this on YouTube later on. So take care, everybody, and I'll be back next week with a Keeping It Simple. Okay, bye-bye.